Hi, my name is Alex Biggs, and today I want to talk through how you set up your electric drum kit. So let's get going. So perhaps you bought an electric drum kit or got it for Christmas or a birthday and you want to set it up. I teach a lot of students that have electric drum kits, and the main issue they have is trying to get the positions right and also all the cabling, what cables you need to connect it to whatever you're connecting it to. So we'll go through that now. So let's just have a quick look at the back of a typical electric drum kit. It was called the drum kit module. So you can see on the back here, what happens is you've got all the connections going in from your different pads, and then you have sometimes L and R, left and right output. These are called 1/4 inch jacks, also 6.35mm jacks. So if you have an L, the left, that's sometimes called mono. All mono is a single output, stereo is a double output. If you're connecting to a speaker, perhaps one of the bespoke ones that you can buy for the electric drum kit, they're quite expensive but they're pretty robust. The other thing you can do is you can use these cables, so this gives you a stereo image which sounds great, and connect it to a hi-fi. The snag is that the hi-fi speakers aren't really up to the job, so you have to be really careful how loud you play it. So just watch that if you do that, but it can sound really good. That's what I've done here. The other thing you can do, which again isn't great but it's a good compromise, is connect it to one of the little Bluetooth speakers. So the cable you need there is a 6.35mm into a mini jack, and then what happens is you can start playing the drums and it will start to come through the speaker. It takes a couple of seconds because if it's on battery it will stop trying to waste the battery and cut out. So when you start playing it might not make a noise, then play and then it makes a noise. Obviously you can use headphones. The only thing with headphones is it's very antisocial, so if you've got friends around or whoever you want to play to, they can't hear it. So sometimes it's nice to play it through some sort of device. The options you have are basically headphones, a Bluetooth speaker, bespoke drum speaker, hi-fi system, or you can buy a PA which is multifunctional. So if you're quite a musical family or whatever, if you bought a PA you can then use it for singing, for playing music through, as well as your drums, and you can have people come and plug their instruments into it. So that's really flexible, but obviously it comes at a price. If you're just starting out, really you're after just something where you can hear. This cable will enable you, if you've only got a very small or cheaper version, it only sometimes has one output. This will be a stereo output. So you need a TRS, which is a stereo output, into an RCA, which is your hi-fi left and right, or you can put it to a mini jack into the Bluetooth speaker. And the other options are obviously your general speaker. Most of them only have left mono, which you can plug into. So you want your left mono 1/4 inch jack out of your drum brain into your left mono or just mono input into the speaker. So the aux in is short for auxiliary. That means you can put in a 3.5mm jack. Now you can have the 3.5mm jack go into a headphone out of any device. So old phones used to have the headphone device on it. The stereos you have got an output, and maybe a laptop, an older laptop. These have all got 3.5mm jacks, and you can do a jack to jack, connect that, and you can play all the music you want. That goes through your drum module and then out to your headphones or to an additional speaker. There is on the additional speaker some inputs, line-ins that you can do, but really the aux in's easier. The other thing to look out for is where you're going to put the drum kit. If you're thinking, oh, I'll put it above the living room, what happens is when you play the bass drum pedal, it's literally like someone stamping on the ceiling. So bear that in mind. You can buy obviously loft boards, maybe raise it up, put it on some underlay and make it padded so that you don't get that thumping but then again you could trip over the board depending on where it is. Ideally it'd be good if it was over a garage or downstairs, but again something to bear in mind. Also the positioning of the drum kit, you don't want it like this against the wall, because when you're playing you got your headphones on, you're against the wall, and then someone taps you on your shoulder and makes you jump all the time, because obviously you can't hear them coming. So try and put the drum kit somewhere where people can come at from the side rather than behind. Also you could maybe turn it on its sideways, so that way then you can see someone wants your attention or is coming towards you. With the drum kit it needs to be set so you can play it correctly. So here you can see the snare drum is in front of me. The high tom should be directly, as you can see, pretty much in front. You've got the mid tom and you've got the low tom. So the little drums you get from the electric kit, spread them out because you want it to be similar to an acoustic drum kit. Now how I get the stall in the right place is that my legs should be just sloping down, the shin shouldn't be straight because it's too difficult, so again just slightly out, so you have a little slope like that. Then when I sit down I want to have my arms by my side, hands out, and I put the tips of the drumstick, and hey presto, it's in the middle of the snare drum. And then obviously the hi-hat goes there, so you can see that's just nicely across. I can reach all the cymbals, and you can play with your heel down or heel up, depending on how you're being taught, and you've got full access to the whole drum kit. Okay, and make sure it's all nice and tight, and you might want to put maybe an old dumbbell weight or a brick wrapped in a rag on the back of the pedal, because sometimes that wobbles and it's really off-putting. You want that solid. They do come sometimes with Velcro, but sometimes that's not enough, so get a weight on that, and that will really help. Okay, well I hope that helps. I shall see you next time.